Through your student, Brooke Jackson's life after ACE 110. Also doing, because my life has changed a lot through ACE 110. To begin, I've developed closer relationships with my best friends, Jessica and Daniel. They don't go here, so we've had to work on it a lot because one lives in California and the other one goes to TMCC. Also, I've made friendships with Lisa, Casey, and they all live down my hall in the dorms. I've created really close friendships with them. And I'm a speech pathology major here at UNR, and this is how ACE has affected my life. So my definition of success is being happy, and I think being happy not only involves making yourself happy, but making other people happy and showing that you can be happy. An example I use for that is actually my girlfriend Lauren, because she makes me really happy and I'm able to make her happy, and it just makes me feel good that I can make someone else happy and not only myself, and that I can affect their life in a positive way. Also, owning a house, and I don't own a house yet, so I do a house that I want to have. I want a circular yard. Having a family, and for that, I don't have a family yet. I use my current family, which is my little sister Olive, my mom Jeannie, my sister Brandy, and my other sister Riley. This picture was taken in the dark, so that's why it's really not being able to be seen. Changing at least one person's life, and also being able to get something that isn't tangible to somebody else. I think that's what success is, because it not only makes you feel good about yourself, but it makes others feel good, so that means that you're doing something right. For academic success in college, a technique I have learned in ACE is interdependence. And I say this because during a career research project, I talked to several speech pathology majors and professors, and I actually got one of my TA's personal emails because I made the initiative to be like, hey, can I interview you for my project, because I would like to know more about your experience in college and how you were successful, as well as how her life has been affected through speech path. And I learned that my professor actually has a grant to be able to study outside of UNR and be able to accomplish some of her goals that has to deal with autism and swallowing disorders. For career decisions and changes, I have learned the ability to dispute my inner critic, and I will apply the ability to dispute my inner critic to my career choice of being a speech pathologist, because there will be treatments that do not work for certain patients, and there will be treatments that will work for others, so I'm going to have to be able to not question my ability as a professional in that career, because sometimes people just learn in different ways. And an example that is a real life example is the President of the United States, one of their wives, actually had a really bad stutter, and she was not able to public speak at all, so people would criticize her for not being able to. And one day she decided, after years and years of going to a speech pathologist, that she was going to go to a different one. And because she switched, she's actually a really good speaker now, and she's like 98, and she's still speaking. As for my personal life, I have learned how to be more self-aware, because before this class I wasn't very self-aware, and outside of like personal hygiene and responsibilities, like everyday things that people do. So I've learned that I need to think before I speak, because before this class I tended really not to do that, so I cared about people's feelings, but I didn't realize that what I was saying was hurting them. And I've also become self-aware in my ability to study more effectively, because I need quiet. And I've actually made a deal with my friends that on Mondays and Tuesdays we go to the library to study, because I need quiet, and then they can socialize and study because they need more sound. So I've become more self-aware of that. And I've also began not studying in my room, because my roommate talks to me every time I'm in there and I can't study. So we've agreed that sometimes she'll give me the room during the middle of the day when I have a big break, so that way I can study in there as well. And I have to set my boundaries for when people are allowed to come in my room. Like, I leave my door open at night, so in case like someone needs something, like me and my roommate have agreed that we're going to be that room that people can go to, and we're not really afraid of that. And in conclusion, throughout the course of this past semester in ACE, I have learned multiple tools that will help me be very successful in college and in life, but the ones that I have enforced the most in my life are interdependence in academics, the ability to dispute my inner critic in my career decisions, and self-awareness in my personal life. And this class has helped me as to understand how much it does take to put 110% in every class, and also that I will continue to learn more about myself every day of my life. And that's the end of my video.